That's how I make decisions.
PowerPoint.
I think it'll be 30 again.
All right. A big round of applause for Tony. You want the clicker, Tony?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, that's advanced. That's
You go,
okay.
Okay.
Top one's the laser beam.
Go, Tony.
Okay. God looked around the garden and found an empty space. He then looked down upon the earth and saw James's tired face. He saw the road was getting rough and the hills were hard to climb. So he closed his weary eyelids and whispered, "Peace be thine." Then he put his arms around him, but he didn't go alone. For part of us went with him the day God called him home. So this was the poem that was read at my granduncle James's funeral. So hi everyone, my name is Tony, and today I will be talking to you guys about my granduncle James, or who I like to call Uncle Jimmy. So today you guys will be learning about my granduncle's military experience, the inventions he created during his service, as well as the medals and awards that he's received over his 24 years of military work. So, there we go, okay. So just to give you guys a little bit of background on my granduncle, so his full name is James DeGratella, and he was born in Bronx, New York, 1917. So when my uncle was around the same age that many of us are right now, he was enlisted into the U.S. Army. So my uncle served in 3 wars: World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. During World War II, my uncle was responsible for transport as well as grave registration. And during the Korean War, he was a part of the 65th Infantry Regiment. So what the 65th was, it was a regiment of predominantly Puerto Rican soldiers who were known to be very fierce and brave fighters. So as my uncle was a part of his company, they did a lot of traveling. He traveled all over Europe, Asia, and the United States. So listed on the map behind me, I put the exact places where my uncle and his company stayed. So if you guys are curious about those details, you can check that out. So my uncle's most constructive stay was when he was stationed in Korea. So in Korea, my uncle created 2 inventions that helped revolutionize the way that water was safely stored, as well as utilized by his entire company. So next I want to talk to you guys about one of the 2 inventions that my uncle created, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about how they worked and how they were used. So behind me you will see one of the sketches of my uncle's inventions taken directly from his memoir that he wrote while he was in Korea. So the invention was called the COB water supply tank. So pretty much water storage was a huge issue at my uncle's camp. It was constantly being spilled and polluted, so it was hard for them to use. So my uncle was inspired by the water trucks that used to come and deliver the water to the campsites. So he decided to weld barrels together and leave an opening at the top for the water to be filled in. And then he added a faucet to it for the water to be dispensed. Once his prototype was complete, the barrel was able to hold over 160 gallons of water, this is what they used to use before, which only held up to 5 gallons. So it definitely was a huge improvement, and eventually the tank was painted olive green and had its name written across it. So hopefully this invention gave you guys a little bit of an idea of how brilliant and resourceful my uncle was during his military service. Next, I'm going to talk to you guys about how his skills did not go without recognition, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about some of the specific medals he received. So throughout my Uncle Jimmy's military career, he received over a dozen medals. He received, it's a lot, so I gotta list them. The Army Good Conduct Medal, Army of Occupation Ribbon, American Defense Service Ribbon, World War II Victory Medal, Korea Service Medal, United States with Silver Star, Korean Republic Presidential Unit Citation Ribbon, European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal, National Defense Service Medal, United Nations Medal, Combat Infantryman Badge, Rifle Marksman Medal with Hanging Bar, and the Bastogue Medal. So out of all the medals that my uncle received, the 2 that he was exceptionally proud of was the Combat Infantryman Badge, which is this one right here, and the Rifle Marksman Badge. So another form of recognition that my uncle received for his service was a certificate of thanks that was personally sent to him by the French government. So this is the actual picture of the certificate. My cousin in Belgium, his daughter, scanned it over to me, so you guys can check that out. So, and then these are just some additional pictures. This was on my uncle's funeral card. He was 85 in this picture, and that's when he received the Bestowed Medal. And this is the parking pass in order to get into the Arlington National Cemetery, where his ashes are laid next to his wife. So I'm confident that I've provided you guys with vital points and key ideas that have helped you guys paint a picture as to who exactly my granduncle was and why he's such an important member to my family. So I really appreciate being able to share this with all of you, and I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much.
Great job.
How do you make all of these presentations?